Did you know that Nintendo wasn't always a video game company? They started in 1889 as a playing card company in Japan. It's hard to believe, but this iconic brand wasn't always about Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon. Their humble beginnings with playing cards would lay the foundation for something extraordinary in the entertainment world. In 1889, Fusajiro Yamauchi founded Nintendo in Kyoto, Japan. They made Hanafuda cards, which were traditional Japanese playing cards. These cards were different from the typical Western playing cards. Each deck had unique artwork and was used in various gambling and card games. Over time, Nintendo became a dominant force in the playing card industry, and it expanded to other regions in Japan. However, by the 1950s, competition in the playing card industry had become fierce. While Nintendo was doing well, it needed something new to remain relevant. Enter Hiroshi Yamauchi, Fusajiro's grandson, who took over the company in the early 1950s. Hiroshi was a visionary. He realized that simply making cards wouldn't keep Nintendo thriving in the future. He looked beyond their card business and made some risky, unconventional decisions. First, he ventured into the instant rice market, hoping to revolutionize the way people ate. It didn't work. Next, he attempted to run a taxi service, but that failed too. Despite these failures, Hiroshi's determination never wavered. He kept looking for the next big idea. In 1966, Nintendo started to focus on toys. They hired an engineer, Gunpei Yokoi, who would become one of the most important figures in Nintendo's history. Yokoi had a knack for creating innovative toys, and in 1969, he created the Ultra Hand, a mechanical toy that allowed kids to grab things from a distance. It was a huge hit, selling millions of units. This success shifted Nintendo's focus to creating fun and interactive products. By the 1970s, video games were starting to emerge as a new form of entertainment. At first, they were nothing like the high-tech games we see today. The games were primitive, with basic graphics and gameplay. But Hiroshi Yamauchi saw potential in the burgeoning video game industry. His belief in the future of gaming led Nintendo to make a bold move: enter the arcade game business. Their first major success was Donkey Kong in 1981, created by the brilliant Shigeru Miyamoto. The game featured Mario, who would later become Nintendo's mascot, trying to rescue a princess from a giant ape. Donkey Kong became a global sensation, and Mario quickly became one of the most recognizable characters in gaming history. In the early 1980s, Nintendo began developing the Famicom, which would later be rebranded as the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES for the Western market. But convincing retailers to stock video game consoles wasn't easy. At that time, people were still skeptical about the staying power of video games. Many retailers thought video games were just a passing fad, like hula hoops or yo-yos. The NES changed the gaming world forever. It introduced players to iconic franchises like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid. These games, filled with imaginative worlds and groundbreaking gameplay, helped make Nintendo a household name. The success of the NES marked the beginning of Nintendo's dominance in the gaming industry. But Nintendo wasn't content with just dominating the home console market. In 1989, they launched the Game Boy.
They said it wasn't humanly possible. All the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Game Boy comes complete with batteries and the outrageous new game Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use Video Link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
A portable gaming console that would change the industry forever. Despite its lack of color graphics, the Game Boy became a worldwide sensation. One of its most famous games, Tetris, became a global phenomenon, and the Game Boy helped solidify Nintendo's position as a major player in the gaming world. The Game Boy was perfect, not just because it was portable, but because it was affordable and accessible. For the first time, gamers could take their favorite games with them anywhere they went. This opened up the world of gaming to new audiences, people who may not have had the space or resources to set up a traditional console. Nintendo took a bold step in 2006 with the release of the Wii. Instead of focusing on raw graphics power, Nintendo focused on something different: fun and accessibility. The Wii featured motion-controlled gameplay, allowing players to physically interact with the games by swinging the controller. Games like Wii Sports and Super Mario Galaxy showcased this innovative control system, and the Wii quickly became a hit with families and casual gamers, selling over 100 million units worldwide. It wasn't just about graphics or processing power, it was about making games fun and accessible to everyone. Nintendo's decision to focus on gameplay innovation rather than technical specifications was a game changer. However, the Wii wasn't without its challenges. In 2012, Nintendo released the Wii U, hoping to build on the Wii's success. Unfortunately, the Wii U faced many issues. The controller was confusing to many players, and the system lacked enough high-quality games to drive sales. As a result, the Wii U struggled in the market and didn't meet Nintendo's expectations. Despite the Wii U's underperformance, Nintendo didn't give up. They took the lessons learned from the Wii U and applied them to their next big project, the Nintendo Switch. In 2017, Nintendo released the Switch, a hybrid console that could be used both as a home console and a portable device. The concept was revolutionary. Players could dock the console to play on their TV and then undock it to take it on the go. The Switch offered something that no other console could, the best of both worlds. The Switch became a huge success. Games like Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Animal Crossing New Horizons helped make the Switch one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Nintendo had successfully reinvented itself once again, blending innovation, nostalgia, and accessibility. Despite its success, Nintendo has had its share of controversies with fans. For instance, they've been criticized for shutting down fan-made projects, taking down videos on YouTube that feature music from their games, and cancelling fan-run tournaments for Super Smash Bros. Despite these controversies, Nintendo has made strides to improve its relationship with fans, offering more support for fan-driven events and tournaments. As we look to the future, the question is, where will Nintendo go next? Will they continue to lead the way in innovation, or will they face new challenges in a rapidly evolving gaming industry? One thing is for sure, Nintendo's ability to adapt and evolve is one of the reasons it remains one of the most beloved gaming companies in the world. From playing cards to gaming consoles, Nintendo's story is one of perseverance, creativity, and passion. Whether they're introducing a new console or crafting unforgettable characters, Nintendo's legacy will continue to shape the gaming industry for years to come.